Who got hurt? Oh. Guess who's back? Zeke!
No, he was injured for 1 week. Unless he brought him back early.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm going to start my backup because I have a good backup.
No idea what I'm going to go with. I'll just go with the regular uniforms.
I just hit training, right?
Huh?
I did. Okay.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports.
My defensive end is a stud.
It's a rain game. This could be fun.
I hate those games.
Time to head up to a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, where we join our dry commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Guys, take it away.
Freaking amazing, Todd. I am a freaking shit.
Rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Seattle Seahawks and
You sent me a little
Carolina
video
Panthers.
saying.
Let's test his defense, see if he's ready to cover Perryman. Oh, I forgot. Sherman's over on that side, too. Oh, yeah, he's ready to cover Perryman.
Alright, you're live.
First down throw for Newton. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Oh, look at that hole.
Like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when
That
you
could
don't
be
have to
taken the
drop
wrong
a
way.
shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers are running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
We saw that indeed, picking up the first. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Michael Bennett is one of the best pass-rushing defensive linemen in the game.
Good, Michael Bennett? Okay.
But when they go to those nickel packages,
What do you mean?
Inside,
No, just that didn't make sense, but okay.
You got a problem.
Now we're out of put
See if
Michael
they
Bennett
stay
up.
on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Murray. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing on third down.
Ah, face mask.
And he's taken down. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
I'm not gonna lie, that was lucky.
Newton on first down.
Oh,
that is incomplete.
Oh, that was lucky too.
yeah.
Oh, you have a lot of Hail Mary players.
On 2nd and 10, Newton.
Oh.
Slings one that's incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent.
You're gonna try to go to
breaks
Olsen
on the
here and just know
football,
it.
just unable to
No.
haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception.
Oh,
The key for him
what?
now,
He
don't
dropped
dwell
that.
on
He
it,
got
just
to be
move on to
this.
the next play.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Damn it.
They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there.
Oh, well.
And it's 4th down.
It's a
I
punt.
know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And Wilson has it. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Damn it.
Is that to the house?
50 yards.
Close.
First down, this is Rawls. Down to about the 22 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 2nd down following the run.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
19 yards on the pickup there, and now they're headed 1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Running right into your lineman.
Here's Newton now on second down. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. That goes for 24 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 1st and 10, Newton.
Oh.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one,
A new character was released on Overwatch.
I don't even play that game anymore.
We re-downloaded it.
And I deleted it too.
Ready?
Forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly.
That was so fast.
As you said, incomplete. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They come up in an offset eye.
My brother just went off to Iceland.
Back to the air, Newton on second down.
God damn it.
That one back, incomplete.
I can't get the catch.
He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Offense trying to avoid stalling it, facing a 3rd and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Now it's Newton. And now another one thrown incomplete.
God damn, I'm 2 for 10 passing. I can't complete a pass right now.
That's over with because now
We need to work on that.
a zone, especially as a defensive back, you're seeing the play in front of you. So if a man wanders into your area, guess what? Now goes from
God
zone
damn
to
it.
man-to-man coverage in many cases. And on this particular play, able to see the play in front of him, react to it, and knock the ball away. Gotta like what you just saw there, if you like zone defense. I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
They start on the ground with Rolls. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Seattle first down.
So let me make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big monster day against my defense?
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So this game's not very far along, and he's already found the end zone once, and now he started this drive with another big gain, another first down run. I've got to wonder if I'm the defensive coordinator, what do I do in this situation? It's only the first quarter, but do I go ahead and sell out and try and slow him down and make him beat me another way? because the risk is if I don't, he ends up having a monster game.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Off a play fake to Rawls. Wilson. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that catch there by Luke Wilson goes for a 1st down, and he's really developed and come on. Now, remember, Jimmy Graham, who was expected to be the key tight end for Russell Wilson, he was hurt most of 2015. Luke Wilson really jumped his game up.
Wilson going to give to Rawls. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I just want to play my game.
Swarming to the football, and you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up a 4th down. On is Hauschka now for the Seahawk field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here.
How's the game coming along?
Losing 3.
Not good.
It's 3rd down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're
Well,
seeing.
he was in the Super Bowl last year, so.
Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Why is he out there?
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. As they cut it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Lockett. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns. That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
To throw is Wilson, eluding the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. This is Rawls. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
The Packers got themselves another running back.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Seahawks add on
How's
to
the
their
game going?
lead.
I'm down 17-0.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
It's not too bad.
I mean, I'm 3 for 15 passing it is.
3 for 15? Why are you still trying to pass?
I'm down by 17. I can't run the ball either, so running's not going to help.
It's through the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3.
You have plenty of time to run the ball. Do you have any I formation?
Right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like,
Do you have I formation in your playbook?
Damn it.
Because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They'll give it a yard on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Newton.
God damn it.
It's incomplete.
I can't complete a pass.
I'm throwing it to the wrong people, that's why.
I'm throwing to Benji.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, Nelson wide open on that last pass, though.
Now Newton.
Fuck!
And it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense. And
Put yourself in your old situations.
And put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
I'm going to check to see if Ashes.
Wilson again to Rawls. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Drums.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Okay. So Ash hasn't been
really
using
won't
that,
throw
so.
a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. And sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn
Oh,
into
come
big plays.
on.
And he's got Lockett. And give him 12 yards and a 1st down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. Yeah, it's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now Wilson on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 9 yards. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try to run with Rawls. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together.
Did he miss the field goal? The extra point?
Yeah, he did.
He always used to tell us before every game.
I just looked down for a minute. I was like, wait, what?
What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
To throw is Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 1:55 to go in the 1st half. Back with more from
Did you catch that?
No.
after this.
No? Oh, okay.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let it go again.
Come on.
He can't
Holy
hang
crap.
on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage,
Keep
your best friend
trying to throw
is
deep,
exactly
Todd.
what we saw there.
I have to go deep.
Big play shot taken by the offense.
You still have
Unfortunately,
2
it ended in a
quarters
big
left.
drop.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Now it's Lockett. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's caught
both dressed
outright
like
by
this.
Graham. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Rawls, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They set up the screen to Rawls. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20.
I can't complete a fucking pass, and he's 9 for 10.
Up there at 22.
He's throwing checkdowns.
That's what I'm doing.
You're not throwing checkdowns. You keep saying you're throwing deep.
The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
On second down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. From the gun on third down, Wilson.
Todd, my game just started. I'm going to restart it since we're both wearing dark jerseys, and one's a CQ. Actually, never mind. I just...
The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with great field position here, a chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board. I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
This is Murray, and he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They built a good first half lead, and they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Here's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
In the slot on the right is Graham. Again, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sink just wasn't there.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
20th carry for
Hey, did you see the bullshit the Lions guy did?
No.
You didn't look like I asked you to?
I looked at transaction. I didn't see anything wrong.
You didn't see him release all his players.
No, he only released 2 players.
No, he did not. Just released 2 players.
I didn't see that.
Look at the transaction log and look at released players and scroll. I think it was like week 4.
On second down, Rawls. And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Here's Rawls. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Now he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Ball on the 3. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. Give him 7 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Here's Newton. King fighting. He lost the football. It's out. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position.
I hate the spin move.
At the 19-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win 1 every now and then.
Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They go play action with Wilson. And that is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. Now 4th down. On is Hauschka now for the Seahawk field goal. This one from 35 yards away. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been an automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3.
Chris Ivory, still a load. Damn it. I got traded into this team.
handoff. It's Murray. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Newton on third down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They go with Murray again. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Here's Newton. It's caught. Nelson. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
The CPU just took itself out of field goal range with 3 consecutive false starts.
Got some breathing room, and he'll cut it to the right sideline. A big run that time by Murray. 40 yards on the ground.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried him down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
On 1st down, Newton. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
Hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to the air. Newton on 2nd down. It's coming, and down he goes. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd. Way back at the 17 now after the loss. It's 3rd and goal.
Right there. 54 money. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Cliff Averill in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Stupid.
What was?
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And it is incomplete. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line and the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now 3rd down, less than a yard. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Trust me, I don't want to.
Play clock winding down.
You don't want to what?
Now it's Newton.
Fuck.
And this is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again.
Warren fast Buffalo Horse with a fumble recovery.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll lose a yard and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, Mom.
That was a really nice defensive play. It's
Nah, I'm good. I'll eat that gumbo. Okay. Love you too. Bye-bye.
I want gumbo.
What?
How come I don't get gumbo?
awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Todd, why wasn't I offered gumbo?
From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Both the run and pass still in play here on 3rd and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And this Seahawks offense
Is your game over yet, Todd?
continues to pour it
It
on.
was over as soon as it began. What are you talking about?
It is not
Oh, I mean
Davis
actually
Taylor's
over.
second extra point
It will be in
so
about
far.
2 minutes.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive will continue.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Going for the deep ball. And look at this.
What the fuck?
Intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard
What happened?
Sherman. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Shipped together here from the D-line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
My offensive line is like
Good,
just giving up on
solid
blocking.
yardage. They'll take that anytime you
They
hand the ball
run
to a
into
back.
each other. It's very frustrating.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
And partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into
Zintai.
what we call mugging the line of scrimmage to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Only needed a yard, instead went backwards. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's taken in at the 9. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Surveying the field. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Defense still with 3
All right, Todd, go to
timeouts.
transactions.
We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And go to the Lions transactions
Well,
for
Charles,
week
the
4, I
forecast
believe.
called for rain
And
throughout
just
the
go to
entire
released
game,
players.
and we got rain throughout the entire game, but these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those
I'm
guys
a little
that's skeptical
skeptical
about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years.
Thank you, Louie.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.